Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com, and this is going to be your Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead, September 17th through the 21st of September. And also, I'll have a stock watch list for you for Monday, the 17th of September. All right, let's get into it. Over the weekend, right now, actually, a couple of hours ago, Trump set to press ahead new tariffs on 200 billion worth of Chinese goods, despite the talks. This coming from CNBC. So that coming out over the weekend. We'll have to see how the futures are going to open up for tonight. Let me go ahead and get you the futures in case you want to follow those tonight on the 6 o'clock open. So here's your futures. You're just going to go to investing.com. All right, investing.com indices slash futures. All right, so put this one on your bookmark this site, and we can watch the futures for tonight and see how they're going to open up for tonight, Sunday night. I'm doing this video around 4:30 in the afternoon Eastern time. So let's go ahead and look at some of the action on the SPY from Friday. Let me make this bigger for you. So Friday they gapped us up on the SPY at 4:05 a.m. That's when my SPY chart starts trading. So they gapped us up. They couldn't get us through this 291.50. So some folks in my service are short up against this 291.50. And if we break up above that, say, 292 or so, they'll just get back out of the trade. But as you can see, the SPY, we hit that in the pre-market. We came back down. We started to gain back from 290.50, so about a nice bounce up to about 291.25 around 12 noon. We did get a blurb that Trump was going to continue on with the 200 billion in tariffs, and this is a 5-minute pre-post market extended hours chart of the SPY. So we got a push down on a Friday. But I was amazed that we even got some dip buyers showing up here at 290 on the SPY, pushed us right back up, and kind of held steady in the after hours on Friday night. So I would say, good recovery for the bulls here. We couldn't get up through that 291.50. We broke down to about 290. That's an area, that's a number you're going to have to be watching come Monday morning. All right, this 290. You see, we held it back here, and dip buyers showed up again here. So that's your 5-minute action on the SPY. If we look at the SPY on the daily chart, we'll go ahead and do that right now. You can see on the SPY, we're holding above the 5 EMA, the 10 SMA, and the 13. We did a couple of bounces off the 20 SMA for the SPY. The Qs also are back above the 5 EMA and back above the 10 SMA, but that was before this news hit on the weekend here with President Trump, that article I just showed you at the top of the video. So we'll see how that's going to play out. Let's go ahead and look at some sectors from Friday. Like I said, this all could be mute. If China and Trump are going to go ahead and continue on with the tariff war, this could get a little negative and ugly here in the markets. We'll see how that's going to play out with the futures and for Monday. But for the NASDAQ, we were up 1.36%. For the week. Your top winner for the week, though, was the OIH, up over 4% for the week. The XOP, which is oil and gas exploration ETF, that was up 3.45%. XLE, the energy sector, was up 2%. So energy had a very good week this week that passed. We also had the SMH was up this week, up a fraction. SMH trying to get back above the 10 SMA on the daily chart here. The SMH was up about 1%. For the week on Friday. On Friday itself, it was up over 1% on the SMH there. So a nice showing there by the semis, making a good comeback. Such names as NVIDIA and AMD leading the way there. But getting back to the stocks, to the sectors that were moving, we had the XME The metals and the mining sector were up 1.71%. The Qs were up 1.5%. Like I said, oil was up for the week, almost 2% on oil. Nasdaq was up. Let's check and see what was down. The VIX was down. Volatility was down for the week, down almost 19% for the week on the volatility. The IWC closed down for the week. XBI, the biotechs, mid-cap biotechs was down fractionally for the week. Bonds were down. Banks were down for the week. So that was some of your sectors that were down for the week. Let's go ahead and take a look at some things you need to know for what's coming up ahead for the week. This is courtesy of the Trade Exchange. We had for Monday, not too much as far as macroeconomic news. On Tuesday, we have housing market index at 10 o'clock. On Wednesday, we have our oil numbers coming out at 10:30. At Thursday, we have a couple of numbers coming out for Thursday at 8:30, initial jobless claims and the Philly Fed business outlook. 10 o'clock, we have existing home sales coming out on Thursday the 20th. Leading economic indicators at 10 o'clock on Thursday. No Fed speak this week coming up. Fed will be quiet. We also have quadruple witching coming up on Friday. So that'll be happening Friday. It's the third week of every month. So quad witching will be taking place on Monday. And you get some volatility and volume because of that. And then we have the Baker Hughes rig count coming out on Friday at 1 o'clock. So that's some of your economic information coming out courtesy of the Trade Exchange. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stocks that are going to be reporting earnings for the week ahead. This is courtesy of Earnings Whisper. Not too many companies reporting earnings for the week ahead, but on Monday after the bell, we do have Oracle, ORCL symbol there, FedEx, FDX symbol there. After that, Tuesday, nothing major. General Mills, GIS is the symbol there, AutoZone. On Wednesday after the bell, you have Red Hat, RHT, leading up to Micron. This will be very important. Thursday after the bell, MU, the symbol there. Once again, this courtesy of Earnings Whisper. So, earnings, not a lot of earnings, but a big one on Thursday after the bell, symbol MU, Micron after the bell. Keep an eye on that for sure. Next thing we'll take a look at, we do have the FOMC September. They will be doing a rates, and that's September 25th through the 26th. 26th is when they actually make the announcement, and then there'll be a presser also. So we're leading up to that, only a couple of weeks away for that announcement by the FOMC. So that's definitely put that on your calendar. Some news that came out over the weekend, courtesy of the Trade Exchange, built for traders by traders. We had REGN with a positive phase 3 results, that being released over the weekend. Pfizer had some positive phase 2 data that came out. We also had VBIV. They responded to unfounded allegations in Globe's article, so they came out defending themselves. VBIV responds to unfounded allegations in Globe's article. It's an Israeli business, and they said FBI failed to meet its responsibilities of disclosure regarding a court case in Israel. Those allegations are not only false, but a gross mischaracterization of facts. So they're coming out defending themselves on them, FBIV. So keep an eye on that stock. You might get a pop in it come the open on Monday. Also, some syndicate news that came out. PAA S3 1.1 billion, RMTI filed Form S3 200 million mixed security shelf. We also had some top insider purchase that came out Friday after the bell. LGCY, GCP, DFRG, CSTR. Director purchased 9,000 shares. 9,000 shares at $17.44. That's on CSTR. FG Director purchased 50K, and JASN also an insider purchase. So that's some of your top insider purchases that came out on Friday, courtesy of the trade exchange. Some of your worst stocks for the week that passed, we had Cree, that was down 6.41%. Key, a regional bank, this stock dropped 6% for the week. STI also falling this week, 8% down. These are weekly charts that you're looking at SunTrust Bank, down 8% for the week. WFC also dropped 5% for the week. So the banking sector taking a little bit of a hit. NI, there was a gas main leak in Massachusetts on this one. The stock dropped down 9% for the week. Under Armour was also down this week, down 4%. SKX dropped this week, down 4% for the week. PGNX, a biotech name, they're down 24% for the week. ACOR, they lost in the Court of Appeals for one of its treatments, so they lost their appeal. So this stock dropped 37% for the week. FOLD, FDA current data insufficient on Fold. Stock dropped 6% for the week. OPK, SEC is probing this company, down 15% this week on SEC. They're calling it a pump and dump scheme for OPK, so that stock did not fare well. It was actually halted for quite a few days there. They reopened it on Friday around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and so the stock tumbled down about 15% for the week. PGNX, by the way, on that one, on that drop of 24%, they did not meet their primary endpoints. That's why that stock was down. VTL also did not meet its primary endpoints for its phase 3. That stock dropped 95% for the week. USAT, that stock went down 33% for the week, and HEAR fell this week over 21% for the week. That's your worst stocks for the week. Some of your best stocks that came in this week as some of your best stocks was AMD, up 20% for the week. Nice move there on AMD. Tesla makes our list on the best stocks for the week. A lot of work to do there still on Tesla, but if you notice on the weekly, we held this 200 SMA here, and also this time down around that. The 200 SMA on the weekly is around 261, 262, so they bounced it off there. Anyway, stock was up 12% for the week on Tesla. It seemed like Elon Musk was quiet on Twitter this week, so that might have helped the stock. ATVI jumped 11% for the week. One of their games is red hot, ATVI, so that stock is very strong and up 11% for the week. Pandora had a good week this week, up 8% for the week. OIH, like we said, was up 4% for the week. Halliburton was up 5% for the week. RIG also jumped this week, up 8%, although both of those are stocks within the OIH ETF. NE climbed this week, up 6%. APA had a good week, energy name, up 6% for the week, so the energies had a very nice week. GNC had a nice week. This stock was up 32%, coming up off the bottom here on GNC, up 32% on that name. NKE, after that ad was released, that stock held up well this week, up almost up 4% for the week on Nike, while Under Armour and Skechers were moving down. ACRX, they had a new drug application, so this stock moved up 5%. FOMX, phase 3 treatment met primary endpoints on FOMX. It was up actually even more than it's showing here on the weekly. It was up 6% for the week, but as you can see, the stock made it up over $7. This will be one that I have on watch next week, as their phase 3 treatment met primary endpoints. Teva got FDA approval on one of their treatments for migraine. So Teva was moving up 6%, and that approval was from the FDA. This stock moved up 6% for the week. BILI, which is a China recent IPO, this stock climbed 15% for the week on BILI. So keep an eye on this one. Out of the China stocks, this was one of the stronger of those names as far as BABA, IQ, HUYA. DRNA also had a very nice week, up 19%. Citigroup came out, I believe, with a buy on DRNA, so that moved that stock up 19%. PDD, a recent IPO, up 35% for the week. TLRY, which is Citron, is short this name, but they are short from lower levels, and they're getting pummeled in this one. Stock was up 40% for the week on TLRY. Nice week for them. PI also climbing 38% for the week. That stock on nice volume too. So keep an eye on this one also. Electronic components, like I said, traveled 38% for the week. So let's kind of take a look at, like I said, we looked earlier at SMH. It's trying to recover. We've talked about it in previous videos, how we got this hammer candle. We got the follow through. Now we're up here at the 10 SMA. Let's see if they want to push us higher on the SMH with the likes of AMD, NVIDIA. Now you're going to need Intel to participate. Intel is one of the larger holdings in the SMH. And like I said, you have the Micron earnings coming out on Thursday. So that will be big for the SMH also. So keep your eye on the SMH this week. Some other names, the bigger names, NVIDIA back above the 10 SMA here, trying to get up through that 280 level. Some of the other leaders in the market, Facebook still down in the doghouse here on Facebook, but trying to hold this 160 area on Facebook. So keep that in mind. Amazon pulled back a little bit this week from hitting the $1 trillion level, and since then it's kind of just doing this consolidation right now. Apple also, after hitting the $1 trillion, holding up above the fast moving averages here, trying to hold above the 10 and the 5 moving average on Apple, so showing good strength there. Now this could be affected by the China talk also. Trump tweeted out last week, well, if Apple wants to avoid the China tariffs, they should make their phones in the United States, and Apple dropped on that intraday. So keep an eye on Apple if there's any more comments from President Trump in further tweets or policy. Netflix, another market leader, trying to get up over that 370, holding up over the 50 SMA and the 5 moving average there for Netflix thus far. Google, kind of just basing above this 100 SMA, but still below the 50 SMA. Google never went before Congress when Facebook and Twitter did. So I don't know if they're going to go before Congress, but the stock has been kind of just riding below the 10 SMA for the last couple of weeks here. As far as Square has remained strong. They got an upgrade to $98. I believe it was on Friday. So Square will remain on watch. By the way, the folks in my service, we're in this from $57 a share. Now we've sold partials here and there, but we still have a piece of Square from $57. That one doing real well. Tesla, like I said, Elon Musk was very quiet this week. Stock was up 12% for the week. A nice bounce off of this 252 area on Tesla, but still down below the fast moving averages and still below that $300 level on Tesla. It's going to get harsher and start getting implemented. Boeing is probably going to start moving back down. Now, they've been holding it above the 200 SMA on Boeing. As you can see here, it's kind of just below that 262, 263 area on Boeing. So we're going to have to see how that plays out for Boeing, and also Caterpillar on the daily chart here. I mean, they are trying to bounce it and hold it above the 50 SMA, but we're still below the 200 SMA for Caterpillar. And as I said, if there's going to be continued battle in the tariffs between the United States and China, this could get ugly and move down. One other thing, still no deal has been made with between United States and Canada as far as the tariffs go. So, Trump saying he wants to go ahead on 200 billion in tariffs on China may affect Boeing and Caterpillar and Apple too. All right, so that's some things to keep an eye on for the week ahead. And then don't forget we have the FOMC meeting coming up soon. All right, that'll be next week. So let's go ahead and take a look at some stocks that I have on watch. For Monday. First one up is ARWR. So this stock moved up, gapped up. They pulled it back here, still holding above the 5 EMA. Would like it to take out maybe the highs from Friday of 1911, 1915 on ARWR. So that'll be on watch. Now, some other things we're going to have to watch are, maybe we'll get some volatility back in the markets. We'll keep an eye on UVXY. All right, if the market, starts getting spooked by this tariff talk, UVXY or TVIX could be interesting plays. Right now, the week that passed, the volatility just disappeared in the markets. So I don't know if they're going to, come back earlier in the week, and we'll have some plays in some of these inverses also. TZA. All right, SPXU is another inverse. And then, if they want to start taking Apple down on the China tariff talks, SQQQ could also be a play. Now, by going long this, you're short the Qs, all right? And for the TZA, when you go long this, you're short the IWM. So if you get long the TZA, you're expecting that the IWM will start to move down. All right, this is the Russell 2000 small cap index. Some other things I'll be watching. BLDP had a good Friday. 1.7 million shares came into it. Has this 380 number. We'll see how it sets up intraday on that one. CARG could be a possible swing trade on this name. The high on Friday was 53.31, so maybe over that 53 40 area for CARG. 1 million shares came in on Friday. If they pushed it down, we're getting buyers showing up here, so keep an eye on those numbers I just gave you. CDMO. Now, this one had moved up to about $8.50, we'll call it. Still holding around this 5 EMA on CDMO. For me, it would have to get up back over the 750 area to become interesting on that name. CGC and other pot stocks will also be on watch, whether it be to the long side or short side. We'll see how it sets up. With these, it's going to depend on what goes on with this TLRY, right? You have Crone and you have CGC, and you also have the ETF MJ, the alternative harvest. This is the pot ETF, so you might want to keep an eye on this one if you're looking to get into that sector. Some other names I'll be watching. CVM, they bought the bounce here around that $3 area on CVM. Now, at my service at Zozo Stockwatch, we play the large names, we play small names. We're playing names that are moving in the direction we want, whether it be long, short. But another name we'll have on watch is GNC. Had a good Friday, up 5.5, stalling out at the 200 SMA. Green line you see there, 378, so maybe over 380 on GNC. Keep an eye on that. KNDI. Usually intraday I don't do very well with this KNDI, but if it does get back over the $5 area on KNDI, I think this one is moving up because of NIO, which is a recent IPO. They also manufacture electric vehicles in China. We got in this thing at $8 a share. It popped all the way up to close to $14 a share on NIO, so we did very well with that one. But anyway, I think KNDI is kind of moving in sympathy to that, so keep it on watch. It's not an easy one to trade intraday, but if it gets up over this $5 again, it could possibly make a move on KNDI. Keep it on watch. MEIP. This one is holding up okay. We have that 475 area up ahead. Keep an eye on that. MIME, possible swing trade. The highs on this one were 42.63, maybe 42.75 is enough to get this one going. MYSZ had a very good Friday. Where did it stall out? Just below that $1.50 spot. Now I'd like a little bit of a pullback, a red to green type of move. So I'll keep an eye on this one on MYSZ. 19 million shares traded on Friday on that one. NVIDIA, I'll be watching this one for a possible swing trade in this name. It popped Friday all the way up to 279. If we can get back over that 277.50 area, maybe we get a continuation move. Now, once again, all this is going to depend on, the markets and how the markets open up tonight with the futures. So we'll see. PRNB was an IPO on Friday. Pretty good showing here on PRNB, so I'll have it on watch. QTT was another IPO that opened on Friday, a big move up, so this one will be on watch. Problem with QTT and also this PRNB that I noticed on Friday where they were a little bit spready, so just be aware, all right, of your position size if you trade those. SSC, now if the China names start making a comeback, if this thing can ever get back over $5.15 on SSC, it's one of these crypto blockchain. It is a Chinese stock though, so you're going to need the China stocks to start recovering, like BABA, IQ, HUYA. Now, like we said, Billy did very well. So SSC, considering, has been holding above the 5 EMA, watching to see if it can get over that 5.15 spot. VNDA, they held this $18 area. It's still below the 50 SMA, has some work to do. Not in love with that one, but we'll see. And then lastly, WIN. 1.3 million shares came into WIN, Telecom Services. Stock is just below $5 here. 1.3 million shares came into the name on Friday. So we'll see if this one wants to, maybe possibly make a move on Monday or in the next few days. All right, this is Mike from ZoZoStockWatch.com. This has been your Let's Get Ready for the Week Ahead for the 17th through the 21st, and also your stocks to watch list for Monday, the 17th of September. Listen, if you're interested in my service and you'd like to come check it out, I'll show you my page. All right, this is ZoZoStockWatch.com. And you could basically click the Join Zozo Stockwatch today. All right, and that'll give you all the options for our service. Now we have a day trading service and a swing trade service. So if you join for the monthly, in the top part here, you get all included. You get the swing trade and the day trading service all included. It's $84.95 per month. But if you'd like to try us for the first time, if you're a first-time user, it's $30 for 30 days. All right, and then you would use this coupon code 30 for 30. All right, when you click on Join Zozo today, then you click on this 30 for 30, copy, paste it into the coupon code, and for new users, you'll get it for $30 for 30 days. All right, we also offer quarterly pricing, $189.95. Now, if you're just a swing trader and you don't have time to sit in front of your computer all day, we run a private Twitter feed, and all the swing trade alerts go onto the private Twitter feed. All right, so if you want to try us for the month on the swing trade service, it's $29.95. If you want to go with our swing trade semi-annual or annual, it works out to about less than $17 per month, and you can do the 6-month or the annual either for $99 or $199, and that's right on the off of the homepage here at ZoZoStockWatch.com. All right, like I said, you can either click here, the Join Me page, or you could click right here, Join Zozo Stockwatch today. You click on that, and it'll take you right to the sign-up page. And we have an Omnovia room and also the private Twitter feed, all right? So the top one is all-inclusive, all right? Swing trade, day trading, is your choices up here. If you're just a swing trader, just scroll down a little bit and you can see the swing trade offerings for that. All right, everybody, have a great night. We'll be back out with another video Monday for Tuesday, stocks to watch. Hope everybody has a good, successful day and week trading. This is Mike. Support the channel, and we'll be back at you with another video Monday night for Tuesday. Thanks very much for listening.